Welcome to this training video focused on creating new users and effectively managing current user accounts within the LEADRS system. In today's session, we will guide you through the step-by-step process of setting up new users, ensuring that you have a thorough understanding of each aspect involved. LEADRS has implemented a robust single sign-on service, allowing users to seamlessly connect to all existing LEADRS modules and any upcoming services as they are added to our expanding portfolio. This innovative feature is designed to enhance user experience by simplifying access and ensuring security across all platforms. If you find yourself with any questions or need further assistance throughout this process, please do not hesitate to reach out to our dedicated 24-hour technical support line at 512-797-1047. Our knowledgeable specialists are always ready and willing to provide you with the help you need. Start by opening your web browser and go to sso.txdwits.org. You'll find the login option at the top right. Click it and input your LEADRS credentials. If you're already signed into LEADRS, single sign-on will log you in automatically. After logging in, choose a service provider from the main screen. To manage users, you will select Comms. On the Comms screen, you will be able to update any user profile for the LEADRS system. By managing the profiles in Comms, it adds the user profile to all of the LEADRS services simultaneously. To begin user management, click Admin, Users, and this will show you all of the users that are in your department. To create a new user, click Create New. This will give you the user information form. Enter an email address that the person can access directly. Avoid using shared addresses. The Department tab displays only the departments you belong to or have access to. Next, select the role. General users are employees who should not manage users. A department administrator can add and update users in their department. For this person, I'll set them as a general user. I'll select general user, ensure the account status is active, and click Create. Once the user has been created in Comms, you'll need to go to LEADRS to assign their user rights in that system. You can open a new tab and go to the LEADRS web address. Single sign-on will automatically log you into LEADRS. Go to your Admin tab, Users, and then click Create New. You'll select the officer from this drop-down menu, which is the profile just created in Comms. It will then pull their information over. Select their location if you have multiple locations at your department. Most departments only have one location. If you're adding multiple new users, add them all in Comms first, and then assign their profiles in LEADRS. After selecting the new user, you will then assign them roles. If you are not a STEP agency, STEP officer and STEP admin don't apply to you. If you are a STEP agency and you want to use our STEP module, the STEP officer is for users who need to complete STEP daily reports. The STEP admin is the user that does the reporting to TxDOT for your agency. Local administrators are able to change user permissions within LEADRS. Clerks are your records technicians, evidence technicians, and other clerk-type positions within your department. The first officer role allows for electronic warrants. So if your agency uses electronic warrants, you'll want to add that permission if the person is a law enforcement officer and should be able to create new cases. Department administrators are able to make changes to the department within LEADRS. You'll only assign this to people who need high-level permissions. If the person is a supervisor, you'll select supervisor. This allows them to see all cases within the department. The second officer/detective role can be used if the person is a law enforcement officer, but you don't want them to have access to electronic search warrant signing. Lastly, TABC only applies to TABC agencies. Once you have assigned their roles, you'll click Create, and that will assign their roles within the LEADRS system. The roles build on themselves, so if the supervisor is also a law enforcement officer, they will need both permissions. The user will then be able to access LEADRS. The end user will receive an email with a link to log into the LEADRS system. By clicking the link, it will take them to the login screen where they will enter their email address and temporary password. Upon their first login, they'll be required to change the temporary password. Enter the current password and a new password. The end user will then be able to log into LEADRS using the new credentials. The user will then follow the new user sign-in procedures, meaning they have to agree to their end user license agreement. This will complete their new user access. Now that we've created a new user, let's look at how to update, unlock, and disable current users. From your user screen in Comms, click this icon and put in your search parameters. In this example, I will look up the officer we just created. It just happens to be the first one that pops up. There are a few things I can do from this screen. I can disable the user, so if a user leaves your agency, you'll click Disable. They will no longer be able to access the LEADRS system or any of the other services in the LEADRS portfolio. If the user is locked out, there will be a button in the Unlock User column that says Unlock. Simply click that to unlock their profile. If I click on Edit, it allows me to reset and email a password to the officer. Those are really the only things I can do from this screen aside from making them an administrator in the system. Any other updates to their roles or permissions will be done within LEADRS. So for example, an officer gets promoted to supervisor. You'll go into LEADRS, not Comms. Go to Admin, then Users. We'll search for the officer. Click Edit, and then we'll give them supervisor permissions for LEADRS. Once I click Update, that will update the user. They'll now have supervisor access to the system. I can also disable them on the screen, but it will only disable them in LEADRS. They would still have access to other platforms within the portfolio, for example, the DRE module. We appreciate you watching this video and contributing to safer Texas roads. If you need help with user management or any other LEADRS topic, please contact our team using the details on the screen. We are here to help.